welcome back to Find Your Beach.
Find Your Beach podcast, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Rosebud Baker. You know my name. I'm just sort of stalling for time. This is Andy Haynes, my co-host.
And husband. We're married. I don't... what are you doing? Oh, there we go.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We love shaved balls.
How about you?
Valentine's Day is coming, you guys. And we know just the gift to give to that special someone for any and all special occasions. This V-Day, that stands for vagina, it's time to give him the gift that 4 million men worldwide trust from MANSCAPED, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Use our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use FYB for 20% off plus free shipping.
Wow.
Code FYB for 20% off plus free shipping, you guys. All right, that's the ad read. We did it.
You know, we have been watching a lot of Sex and the City, the old one. We've been watching And Just Like That, but also we've been watching the old one.
And Just Like That, Big died.
There was a scene where, what's the slutty one's name? Samantha. Where she shaved her partner's balls.
Yeah.
And I think she did it with scissors or something. It wasn't good. And
well, they tried to make it they tried to like make it sexy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That's my big problem with Samantha's like sexcapades is it's like sometimes she'll dress in full costume, like in a wrestling costume, and be like wrestling, and somehow she's just coming. And I'm like, we don't come that easily, okay?
Well, she's very elevated. She's fine-tuned to her orgasm.
That's true. That's true. She
gets it.
She is. So I wanted to start this week off a little bit differently because if that's cool.
Well, hold on.
Sorry, you were going to get to a larger point about Sex and the City, which
no,
sure.
I wasn't actually, but I know what you're about to do. Are you sure you don't want to save that for the Patreon episode?
Yeah,
because
it on a
Patreon
episode? Because here's why. Because the Patreon listeners have already heard it.
Okay.
And they've been waiting. You know what I mean? I don't want to give too much time, but here's what happened. We had a bad advice question that came in, and if you have bad advice questions, you can text them to us at 917-540-8395. We had a bad advice question come in that got cut off in the middle of it, and it was from a Patreon member, so she messaged us on the Patreon, and I feel like I'm dying to know what this question is about.
Okay.
So basically,
fine, yeah.
It's for the listeners, but it's also for me. I want to know what the fuck this is about.
Okay.
So here's the situation. I'm going to read the whole thing for the listeners that aren't in the Patreon, even though they don't deserve it because they're broke.
Yeah.
You know, because they're fucking plebes. And for those who are in the Patreon, you know, here's a little refresher. All right. Hey, Rosebud and Andy, I've got a bad advice question for you with some themes that really tap y'all's expertise: dead sisters and alcoholism. Sorry if this is too long. There's a lot of backstory to the main question. 5 years ago, I became close friends with twin sisters. We'd been working at a restaurant together and started hanging out. Got very close. They were fun, thoughtful, creative, and I was excited to get to know them. They were a little messy, had dramatic friendships in their past, and didn't hold their liquor well. But that didn't set off any red flags for me at the time because I was 21 and fairly messy myself. I thought we were all on the same page, drinking a little too much, but generally working to become better people. They also told me they'd been diagnosed with cancer. And worst case scenario, they'd only have 3 or 4 years left to live. When their roommate left, I decided to move in with them, and we shared an apartment for 2 years. I mean, yeah, why not move in? They're dying.
Yeah.
You know, you're in your 20s. It's not going to be a long-term scenario. So
they're probably on fentanyl
why
to deal
not?
with the pain, and so you're not going to worry
free
about
drugs.
disturbing them.
Over that time, things began to unravel. I can't imagine why. Their drinking turned out to be far more than I initially realized. If they weren't going out, they would get liquor delivered to the house and drink themselves to sleep almost every night. They were going through 5 bottles a week. They became clingy and emotional, picking fights with me and escalating them to the point of screaming on a regular basis. Well, that's how fights work. We would go out drinking and bring strange men home with them. They would go out drinking and bring strange men home with them, then expect me to get rid of the men while they passed out drunk. More than once, I pulled a man off their unconscious bodies and threw them out of the house. Jesus. What
Normal roommate stuff.
Roommate stuff. I would come home to find them passed out in my bed and have to carry them back to their own beds. They peed my bed several times. All this to say, I eventually realized they were not fun, messy, like I was. They were full-blown alcoholics. I stopped drinking with them and encouraged sober, healthy activities, but they denied that they had a problem, of course, and were offended at any implication from me that their drinking was too much. The true breaking point for me was when I learned the cancer diagnosis was fake. I've got to know how she found that out. They'd never been sick, and they were lying about the cancer to manipulate me.
Jesus.
I started pulling away, sleeping at my boyfriend's apartment or working out of town every chance I got. The more I pulled away, the more dramatic and destructive they became. When COVID hit, I took the opportunity to run. I moved out and cut out all contact with them. And as much as I'd once loved them and wanted to support them, I realized I couldn't force them to get better, and they were dragging me down with them. I felt terrible, really agonized over this decision, but after listening to the Devil's Advocate pod episode Rosebud did about her own alcoholism, I decided to accept I'd made the right choice. I never blocked their numbers, but I never responded to them, and after moving out, I never responded to them after moving out. I'd receive angry or pleading drunken texts from them once every month or two, but other than that, I moved on. Fast forward to yesterday when I received a text from one of the twins, Ruby, telling me that her sister had died of COVID earlier this week. My first reaction was to assume they were lying to provoke a response because of the fake cancer.
Good assumption.
Yeah, but after some internet sleuthing, I realized it was true. Her twin is dead. Now, I never intended to have contact with the twins again. Even if they had found sobriety, our relationship was damaged beyond repair. But this girl is, the living twin. She's experiencing an unthinkable loss. They weren't just close, they were inseparable. Identical twins, they dressed identically in their 20s, worked together, did everything together. So she's lost her other half. So here's my question. What do I do? Radio silence feels heartless. It doesn't feel right to do nothing to acknowledge the loss. Do I write a letter, send a text? Nothing I can say will make any of this better, but saying nothing feels wrong. I can't be there for her to support her. I still have so much anger and mistrust towards her from how they acted. I also have no faith that she'll get sober from here. Honestly, I'd be surprised if she lived out the year. So should I just keep my sympathies to myself? Is stirring up old feelings by reaching out more cruel than staying silent? Sorry for the long and dark question. I don't have any objective people in my life to talk to about this. All my close people knew them and have zero empathy left. Thank you for your podcast. I listen to tons of podcasts, but yours is the only one I really look forward to. Cheers. Okay, let's not say her name.
Here's my advice. I got it.
Okay.
Move back in. Move back in and become her twin. It's easy.
You step in as the new twin.
You become not the new twin, the same twin, the exact same twin.
You take on her name.
You take on her name.
You change your ID.
You start dressing alike.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Listen, as an alcoholic,
You're an alcoholic?
You didn't know?
No.
You're going to make up a diagnosis every once in a while, You're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that she had to share that with her twin, because that makes it automatically less believable.
Yeah.
If you start telling people that you don't really know about a diagnosis, like a terminal disease, I've diagnosed myself a couple times. I've killed off family members. You got to do what you got to do to miss a shift at work, all right? But that doesn't mean that people deserve your forgiveness, right?
I don't know.
I mean, if I was drinking now,
yeah,
and I don't know, I was trying to keep it from you.
Yes.
Would I lie and say I've been diagnosed as bipolar or that I have borderline personality disorder? Yeah, I would do it. I would say, look, I found out that I've got this other thing. And it's not alcoholism. I actually just, I have a mental disorder, and you have to feel bad now, because you've been demonizing me as some sort of drug addict. But turns out I'm not. I have cancer.
Wow. That's so sad.
Yeah, that's what you're going to say. You're going to say, I'm a piece of shit, and I'm so sorry that I accused you
of being drunk. I lived with a guy in, like, right out of high school. I lived in this kind of cabin in the woods in Lake Tahoe, and this guy came and he moved in with us, and he racked up like $1,000 phone bill. It was like back when if you called long distance from your house phone, it was like, dollars a minute.
Yeah, right. This is in the 60s.
He called AOL. Like, he called an AOL number that was long distance and spent like 3 hours on the internet. It was like so big. And then he moved out.
Of course.
And we were like, hey.
Can't pay that.
You got to pay that. And he was like, man, I'm sorry, I can't pay that. And then
he said, I can't pay that?
Yeah, he was like, I'm not paying that, basically. Okay. And we were like, fuck that guy forever.
Well, but then, listen, if you don't have the money.
He got in a motorcycle accident and kind of became like, I don't know, half a person. Uh-huh. Much like one of the twins.
What do you mean, his legs were paralyzed?
He got brain damage. He was not.
Okay.
And
you said half a person. I just immediately thought half of him turned off.
Oh, I think about half of him turned off. I don't think he was doing well. But anyways, that guy, I wasn't mad anymore. I was kind of like, all right, we're even for the phone bill. The universe got you,
Right.
But, I don't know. It just reminded me of that.
Yeah. I mean, so how do we answer this question?
I mean, honestly.
How would you handle it?
I would write something, not a letter. A letter's too formal. I would just be like, hey, oh my God, that's horrible, but not give her, any physical time unless there's like a group thing where you can deflect some of that energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is huge. I know people who have lost twins, they like, it sticks with them for a long time. Uh-huh. You know someone who lost a twin?
Yeah.
No, not even an identical twin. But
if they're identical, it's actually much more sad.
I actually think it gets easier,
Because you see them every time you look in the mirror.
Yeah, you go, hey, there you are again.
Right.
Also, that person's always kind of like cramping your style.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to share a cancer diagnosis with her.
I have a big problem with adult twins. Adult identical twins.
I have a big problem with Adult Swim.
Adult Swim?
Yeah.
The network?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get into it at another time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't. But I feel like with her, I wouldn't. I don't know, man. This sounds like. Let me tell you this. If you got somebody who has every person who really matters to them in their life still alive, and no real loss suffered other than the multiple jobs and friendships that she's burned to the ground. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say ripping a person who she shares DNA with from her life probably isn't going to make her better. You know what I mean? Like she's not going to be in great shape. I feel like you send something, maybe send flowers, do something old fashioned that is, that you would send to a boss.
Send up a smoke signal.
Like if your boss lost someone.
Do you have a mesa close to you? You could go up on top of a mesa and light like a big tributary fire.
Right. Yeah.
That's an idea. I mean, it's not a bad idea. You tell me if you saw a fire.
Well, it's not really going off what... Listen, it's an idea.
You said old-fashioned.
Right.
Old-fashioned, you mean Anglo old-fashioned 20th century. I'm talking ancient.
I meant old-fashioned like professional would have been a better word for it.
Oh, I have an idea.
Like you should do something professional. Like treat this woman who is absolutely 100% insane and now dripping with grief. You should probably just treat her like you would treat your corporate boss.
Send her a life-size doll. Send her a life-size doll that looks exactly like her twin.
That's too much money, Andy.
It doesn't matter. It'd be funny.
No.
She would laugh.
Of course it'd be funny. Of course it'd be funny. But yeah, send her like lilies, like an old woman gift. And leave it at that, And just say, my thoughts are with you, and keep it like cold.
But don't bring up any of the actual facts.
Yeah.
Don't be like, I just need to write a,
so-and-so was really special, and every time I climb into bed, I check it for pee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
LOL.
Yeah, just send like a really professional, almost coldly professional flowers or something like that. Mm-hmm. And leave, yeah.
Send her an edible arrangement.
An edible arrangement.
Yeah, you ever seen those?
No, those are fun. Those are too fun. They're festive. That's like something you send to like somebody after you went to like a fun summer concert.
Okay.
Female
gift buying is so weird. You guys are so specific.
This isn't female gift buying. Just a lady died.
Okay, so female gift buying. Female buying I'm just saying your rules. An edible arrangement? Watch this. I'm sad about my sister. Uh-oh, pineapple covered in chocolate. Never mind. Who is she? It's easy.
Okay, so we know what to send Andy when I inevitably fucking die.
You think you're going to die before me? No way.
I hope so. I fucking hope so. That would be nice.
Nah, no way.
Yeah, everybody's just going to send you like StockX. They're going to like send you fucking sneakers and shit. And you're going to be out there in the streets. If anybody sends nudes to my husband after I'm dead, I want you to know I'll come back. I'll come back and I will fucking fuck your life up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Better be.
Stop looking at emails. We have nothing else to answer.
But that was kind of a fun.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I was really dying to know how that turned out. I wanted to know how that ended. And I really want to know how you found out that the cancer diagnosis wasn't real.
Yeah, you can follow up in your same message. We would love to know.
Please let us know how.
And we will keep your name completely anonymous.
Completely anonymous. We won't say a damn thing. But I want to know like how you found out, what you said to them, and what the conversation was after that.
Yeah.
Because how do you cover that? I want to know how they tried to cover it up.
Yeah.
Because you don't immediately give up a cancer diagnosis. Like, you don't immediately go, you're right. I was fucking lying. Sorry, we don't have cancer. Both of us don't have cancer.
I don't think I've ever dealt with a lie that deep. I'm always people that lie like that are like the scariest people to me, because I feel like they're the kind of people that like murder you accidentally. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They're like, he knows too much. Grab the closest thing and hit them.
Right. It's like they aren't even gonna think about it. They're just gonna be like, fuck, let's kill him now. It's like a matter of like, you didn't hide the knives well enough before you fucking drank that night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to welcome our new patrons to the beach real quick. So real quickly, I would love to say hello to Julie Colgine. I hope I say that right, or Kulgian. I'm not sure. You can correct us. I don't think you sent a message with phonetics, so we don't feel bad.
Yeah.
You got a hard last name. Not the hardest, but kind of hard. And so welcome to the beach. We won't mess your name up. We'll just call you Julie when you get here, and you can get a Mai Tai, and you can sit in a chair.
A little banana chair?
In front of you, because they're a little higher tier. Our newest Mahalo member, NorCal Papaya. And if you are a papaya company, please send us papayas. We'd love to have papayas.
Yeah.
So welcome to the beach, both you guys. please pull up a chair, a hammock, whatever it is. We kind of look like the Papaya Project in Tulum at our beach. We got a lot of different options.
Yeah, welcome to the beach. And we got some really good reviews up on the iTunes, but we've had ads today. We're welcoming patron members, so I don't want to read any reviews right now. But if you haven't yet, please leave us a review on iTunes. We have some very fucking exciting news coming up for you guys.
Oh yeah,
in the realm of some road dates. So
can I ask you something real quick?
No.
Why you turned off all your notifications, and when you get a text it doesn't say who it's from? Are you hiding something from me?
What are you talking about?
Your text used to say like who they were from, and now there's nothing. Your phone's kind of a blank slate.
I turned off all my notifications, I thought.
Are you trying to hide something?
No.
Are you having an emotional affair?
No.
Okay.
I said, let me see. I wrote to Drew. I wrote to Mateo, Kevin,
all these people.
Che. Oh yeah, I had a sketch idea today that Michael Che has yet to respond to.
What a dick. I mean, it's Saturday. Does he have anything to do better?
It's bullshit.
I do want to say
Can I say my fucking sketch idea?
Well, I didn't know that you were going to read your sketch idea.
I want to say it.
Okay,
here's the sketch idea. What about a Wall Street guy who storms into his home at night with his wife and kid at the dinner table, and he slams his briefcase down and he goes, "God damn it!" And everybody goes, "What's wrong?" And then he starts crying and he's like, "It's my goddamn butthole." And they're like, and they go, "What's wrong with it?" And he's like, "It itches." And that's the whole sketch.
It's so hard with an itchy butthole.
I can't believe he hasn't responded to that.
It is really funny.
Thank you.
What about an IPO for Dis Dick? This guy's like, you can get this dick. And then he does an initial public offering and he gets to like ring the bell at the trading floor and all that. And it's just Dis Dick. Is that funny?
I like it.
Okay.
What about the sketch idea that we came up with? We were walking down the street in Seattle. And, we were like looking in people's houses. Just like,
oh, yeah.
And we were talking about like some guy goes up to an open window, right? Like there's a woman just watching TV with her sister. And he walks up and he's like, and he just starts singing into the window. Like
2 sisters watching TV.
Just caroling by himself, like doing like not carols, but like just improvising songs. Mm-hmm. And how you would handle that. As a resident.
She calls the cops.
You call the cops and you go, there's a guy outside, he's singing, and it's threatening me. You know what I mean?
And the cops probably like, what are you wearing? Because cops.
Right. They're like, are you being a fucking whore?
Yeah. Were you asking for it?
Yeah, but like some guy being like, sisters, so much fun. Sisters, having a good time. Sisters,
yeah, that's the song. It's
bonding over TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's not funny, actually, as I'm saying.
No, I love it. We loved it in the moment.
The moment we did, but as I'm pitching it, it's not good.
Okay.
I think it's not good.
I do want to change the subject real quick to just bring out a milestone, kind of something that I've reached.
Okay.
Something I'm pretty excited about.
Is it on your Fitbit?
No, I forgot to wear my Fitbit today. I'm really angry because I did work, and I would have caught up with you by now. For steps, I will destroy you.
No, you won't.
I'm way more active.
You're not more. You are not.
I'm so much more active. You work out every day, but I'm on the move.
Okay,
anyways,
that's true.
A guy on Instagram today offered to make me a knife.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he likes my comedy.
He just wants to make you a knife?
Hey, listen. I was as shocked as you are hearing it right now, but he just was like, hey, I make knives. I'd love to make you a knife. No catch.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, Andy.
So I'm going to get a knife.
Great. So we found the murder weapon, folks.
Do you want to do the mid-roll ad?
Yeah, I feel like now's a really good time. Because
Not knife related.
I'm feeling pretty tense. Guys, speaking of knives and carving objects, the holidays went by pretty quickly. And if you didn't give him the gift that he really wanted, Make sure you get it right this time with the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped. It's the gift every guy needs in their life, along with a handmade knife. Why can't I fucking talk right now?
I guess you're just stupid.
I guess so. Anyway, it's the gift every guy needs in their life to make each and every day just a little more special. The product he's going to absolutely love in this package is the Lawnmower 4.0. Mm-hmm. Their electric trimmer is designed to trim the hair on loose skin. And we know Andy's got plenty of that.
I don't have loose skin.
And get this, the trimmer's advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on his delicate balls. And his are very delicate. Mm-hmm. You know how some men have like balls of steel?
No.
Andy doesn't.
That's not true.
So it even has a 4,000K LED spotlight so you can shave anywhere your heart desires.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of places I want to see shaved. Top of the toes.
Why don't you shave?
Ankles.
Shave some places.
Ass crack.
This is supposed to be a 60-second.
Did I mention that it's waterproof too? Now you can shave anything and everything in the shower, so you can say goodbye to any left behind hair in the sink. This package also includes the Weed Whacker, nose and ear hair trimmer to whack all the worst of his weeds. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts, their Shed travel bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs to keep his boys stored comfortably.
They are nice.
Holy shit, so you get boxer briefs and a travel bag.
Yep. And
men fucking love a travel bag, you guys. They really do. I mean, men love travel bags.
Call it a dop kit like it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Thank you.
To complete the perfect package for his perfect package are their liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner. These formulations are as essential as your skincare routine. And we know how badly men need a skincare routine. The deodorant helps his boys stay cool all day long, which is good because then they don't get irritated, you know, emotionally or physically. And the toner will keep him feeling his best all day and all night. And it'll stop his balls from like discoloration. You know how sometimes like you'll see a guy and then you'll see his balls and you'll be like, those aren't the same color.
Yeah.
So did I mention these formulations are also cruelty-free, dye-free, paraben-free, and vegan? Did I? Because they are. Treat him and yourself to the formulations that will have him smelling good. Make sure his body also smells good with their signature scent, the Manscaped Refined Cologne, to complement his collection, featuring a light citrus burst that settles with anchoring notes of vetiver and a woodsy, masculine finish.
Manscaped created products he's actually going to use after V-Day.
Go to manscaped.com. Sorry.
For our exclusive offer of 20% plus free shipping with the code FYB. And also,
so it's 20% off plus free shipping with the code FYB. You guys head over there. Make sure you get yourself some Manscaped products for you or for your man and help the pod out. You know what I mean?
And also, it's a gift to you. If you're going down there a lot, if you're spending time, you know, if you're kind of getting in there.
Yeah.
You don't want hair. That's a gift to you.
Listen, we want you guys to be gagging on it for the right reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, you know, I buy Rosebud stuff for myself. Stuff she'll wear, like underwear or deodorant, you know?
What?
Things like that.
What do you mean?
Like it seems like it's a gift for you, but it's actually a gift for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Because sometimes you kind of smell like mulch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Sometimes you smell like kind of like wood chips in the late autumn.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Sometimes your dick smells like the back of your ears.
Okay. That's unfair because you've only smelled the back of my ears once.
And what did I say?
You said they
smells
smell like
your
my
dick.
But that wasn't even negative. I don't know what my dick smells like. I think it smells pretty good. I keep it clean.
You do keep your dick clean. That's true.
I can't.
But when you don't, whew, buddy.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'll admit this. I'm very conscious of the maintenance of my dick because I am uncircumcised. And it makes me so sad to think that there's guys out there who probably aren't cleaning
There are.
their uncircumcised dicks.
There are.
And they're still expecting women to want to be with them.
Yeah.
And you, my friend,
have you guys ever seen a toilet that, you know, like that hasn't been touched in a long time, like at a construction site or
like
something?
bro toilets?
And there's like a brown ring around it, or like
man.
a yellowing that happens. That is an uncircumcised dick that hasn't been cleaned well.
No.
Okay?
That is so much better than what it actually is. Let me tell you this. A film starts.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That film is yellow.
What are you talking? That was a perfect example.
No, it's like white. It's gooey. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah, it's a dick plaque.
I would 100% rather, like, if you were like, hey, will you blow this guy? Will you blow this guy for one blow? Like, you just have to give him one mouth stroke, but he has a real dirty uncircumcised dick. Or a guy gets to pee in your mouth. 100% the piss.
No, okay, let me give you a different one.
Okay.
This is harder. Would you, okay, you have two choices. You blow a guy one stroke, a disgusting uncircumcised dick, right?
Okay.
Just like you're going to get a yeast infection in your mouth for sure.
Okay.
Or you blow a guy who is totally clean to completion. Which do you do?
I'm gonna put the dirty dick in my mouth because I just really don't want a mouthload of jizz. And also,
You don't have to swallow though.
it doesn't matter. I don't want to feel that.
Right.
I don't like oysters. You know?
Yeah. Wow. Well, sound off, guys. Let us know.
I would love to know some gross sex stories. Should we throw that out to the listeners?
Some gross sex stories?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
One time in college, I went down on a girl and I got some toilet paper in my mouth. That was pretty gross.
Well, that happens.
But that happens.
You were
That's not that
committed.
gross. Yeah.
You followed through, right?
I didn't go, ugh. No, I just was like,
Yeah.
you know, that thing where you try to
Right.
kind of like getting a hair out of your mouth.
Yeah, that is kind of the benefit to being with somebody that you don't really know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they see something gross on your body, they're going to have they're going to be polite enough to just get through it.
Yeah.
Whereas like with you and me, you're going to be like, "Hey, there's a little poop on your butt."
Yeah.
Gross.
I'll be like, you didn't wipe well enough.
Yeah, you'll be like, "Your body looks disgusting." That's why it's hard to keep sex alive in a marriage because they see disgusting things about you. You go, why would I, like if I put on a crop top tonight and went out, Andy would be like, who are you wearing that for?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, if I said him, he wouldn't believe me. He'd be like, no, you're not. There's no mystery here. I'm not wondering what's under there.
No, that's not true. Because if you put on lingerie, I would be turned on.
Would you?
Yeah, but I would be like, if you went out in a crop top without me.
This is how long it's been since I wore lingerie.
She wore lingerie on our wedding. Okay, that's how long it's been.
I'm sorry,
No,
babe.
you wore it on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Because I like lingerie, but you just also wear kind of lingerie underwear all the time.
That's right.
Because she's a whore.
No, because I'm classy. Because I might dress like a fucking teenage runaway in the streets.
But in these sheets?
But in these sheets, I'm a grown-ass woman.
She dresses like a Sephora employee at a nice mall.
Yeah. Not one of the ones that are going out of business.
I have to run pretty soon to do a show.
What the fuck?
I told you this.
This is such a short episode then.
We can hit stop and keep on recording later.
Well, I mean, then we're going to lose all momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the problem with that.
I got 5 more in me. Sorry to the listeners. I know that sounded shitty.
Did you see that I read a New York Post article that Joe Rogan has been, they've said that he's a menace to public health. That some doctors got together and wrote to Spotify and said that Joe Rogan is a menace to public health.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know.
I'm like,
Who cares?
he's a podcast host.
Also, I mean, here's
What?
the thing. If you are getting your medical advice from him, then
You're the menace to public health.
yeah, it's not even public health, it's your health.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like I do think that there's a different kind of caveat with COVID, because if you give it to other people, then that's like a problem. Like, you know,
Right.
I'm not telling everybody that they should get vaccinated, but if you, well, fuck it, you should get vaccinated. But if you're not going to get vaccinated, just don't come around people that don't want to get COVID, you know? Don't be an asshole.
Right.
That's the only thing I can think like where it stands up. Otherwise, you know, if you want to fucking die like that twin,
Yeah.
then fuck it.
I just feel like this is, I mean, it's not, Joe Rogan is not a menace to public health, okay? He's not. That's just insane.
Menace to society?
That's insane. He's a podcast host. And the thing that is really like a menace to public health is just the fact that people have lost all faith in journalists. We've lost all faith in journalism and in corporate media. So that's really the problem.
I haven't lost faith in it. I mean, I know that people like you, people, you know, searchers, you know, people that they want to know, they dig deeper. But I still kind of have like a
skeptics,
a chosen naivete about like I can tell something is bullshit. Like the whole primary, whenever they would cover Bernie, I'd be like, ugh, of course, you're like afraid of socialism. So you're going to like make him seem like a maniac.
Right.
And that was annoying. But that was, you know, it was also like, that's how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. He was able to get as popular as he was with it, all the poor coverage. So who gives a shit? The Democrats, whatever. I don't need to go into it. We're all going to die. There was a tsunami today.
What?
Yeah.
Where? In my pants?
I wish. No, there was a tsunami in the Pacific.
Okay.
Underwater volcano erupted. There's
Really?
video of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like me having a wet dream,
That's right.
thinking about a bunch of German girls getting stuck under bunk beds in a
Yeah.
hostel.
You should see our linen sheets right now.
Looks like Jackson Pollock ran out of colors, if you know what I mean. Well, we started this with a bad advice, so we're not going to end with a bad advice because
that's just retarded. We're not
I have
doing
to go,
that.
but
What?
I have to go.
Oh yeah, you have shows. I'm not doing shows anymore. I actually quit comedy.
Yeah, which is good.
I loved it when comedy made fun of everything that was precious, but now everyone thinks comedy's precious, so I'm quitting.
Yeah.
And yeah. No, actually I announced my tour this week. I'm going to be going on tour in February. It's called Your Mother's a Tour.
Mispronounced.
Your
but
Mother's
that's
a
okay.
Tour.
It works.
Your Mother's a Tour. And it is the dumbest tour name ever created. Yeah. None of my friends liked it except for one. So that was enough for me. And so you can go to my website, www.rosebudbaker.com, to get tickets to that. Andy's going to be on a couple of those. Which cities are you coming to, Andy?
Just Florida. Just the warm one.
That's not true.
I don't know the other dates I'm going to come to, but I do know my dates. I'll be at the Calgary Laugh Shop February 24th through 26th. And the next weekend I will be in Salt Lake City at Wise Guys at Jordan Landing. And then we have some dates coming up after that that are pretty exciting, but we can't tell you about them.
Because they're secret.
They're secret.
And we'll tell you later.
All right. Wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyeballs.
And
Don't spit in
their
your
mouth.
butts.
Yeah,
Because you can't.
don't spit in your butt.
It's gross.
Fucking idiot. Bye.
Just find your peace.